Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a really compelling cold case, the story they call The Lady in the Barrel.
It's quite a story. We're working from a narration that lays out how it all unfolded.
Right. And our goal here is to unpack this mystery that spanned decades, really. It started way back in 1985.
Near Pahrump, Nevada, some hikers stumbled upon something pretty grim, a sealed barrel.
Yeah, sealed and apparently giving off a terrible smell.
Exactly. And inside, the mummified remains of a woman, preserved by the dry condition.
Mummified, wow. And completely unidentified at the time.
No ID, no name, nothing. She just became known as the Lady in the Barrel.
It's just chilling, isn't it? Found like that out in the desert.
And the narration makes it clear there were no initial leads, no matching missing persons reports, nothing to go on.
So the case just went completely cold for years. Decades, actually.
Yeah, 34 years she remained unidentified, just vanished, essentially, until this discovery.
But then things changed. Technology caught up, right?
That's the fascinating part. The narration highlights 2019 as the turning point because of advancements in DNA analysis.
Okay, so how did that work?
Yeah.
They had the remains, but after so long.
Well, incredibly, they managed to get usable DNA information from a single strand of hair found with her.
Just one hair. After all that time. That's
It
amazing.
really is. Forensic science has come such a long way. And that single hair was enough.
Enough to finally give her a name.
Yes. She was identified as Michelle Mitchell. She was 25, a college student.
And she'd been last seen in Reno, also back in 1985.
Correct. So identification finally happened. But, the story doesn't stop there. It actually gets darker.
Darker. How?
Well, the investigation into Michelle's death, it uncovered more. 3 more barrels.
Wait, 3 more, also containing remains.
Yes. Each one held the remains of another woman.
Oh my God. So 4 victims in total, found in the same way.
It appears so, which
Yeah.
obviously points towards a single perpetrator, someone using this method.
And did they identify a suspect?
The narrative points strongly towards one man, James Warren.
James Warren. Who was he?
Seemingly just an ordinary mechanic, and here's the kicker, no prior criminal record, nothing that would flag him.
Wow. So just an average guy on the surface? Is he directly linked?
The implication in the source is very strong, that he was responsible for the deaths of all 4 women found in those barrels.
In the barrels themselves?
Yeah.
Narration had a take on that, didn't it? About the location, too.
Yeah, it suggests the barrels weren't just for hiding the bodies, that putting them out there, sealed up in the desert, it was almost like a signature.
A signature, like about control.
Possibly. The narrator implies it might have been about control, about silencing them permanently in this very specific, calculated way.
Chilling. So what happened to Warren? Was he questioned, charged?
Here's the frustrating part for anyone seeking answers. James Warren died back in 2007.
Oh, so before these identifications, before they connected him.
Exactly. He was never questioned about these deaths, never charged. He took whatever secrets he had with him.
Meaning, we'll likely never know the full truth. His motives, the exact circumstances, all gone.
It seems that way, which is often the case in these situations where a suspect dies before facing justice.
So the big takeaway here. Michelle Mitchell finally got her name back after 34 years. Justice, in a way, persisted because of technology and sheer determination.
Definitely. It shows these cases aren't always lost forever. Science offers new hope.
But it's also a stark reminder, isn't it, that these terrible acts happened, and the full story might remain hidden by time.
Absolutely. Time passes, but the impact lingers.
Right. And maybe something for you listening to think about is, what does that long wait for answers do to the families, the communities? And what does it mean when the truth finally surfaces, even if it's incomplete, decades later?